Hey, what's going on, guys? 99 here, bringing you another update video, another CSGO news-related video, and this one's a little sad, depending on your opinion of the players and the team we're going to be talking about. So, if you can't tell from the title, CLG has officially dissolved / just ended their Counter-Strike Global Offensive competitive team, as well as their CSGO Academy team, but that's not as important. So to start, we have a lot to talk about, a lot to cover, and really a lot of questions because this kind of came out of nowhere. Yes, I can see their reasoning for it, but it almost seemed like an out of the blue decision. So before we begin, I will leave the article down below if you want to read it for yourself. I'm going to be taking snippets from that article and adding that into the video here. So the article begins by saying thank you to all the original players of CLG's CSGO team, as well as their current players. So the article states that the reason CLG is ending is for financial purposes. However, I think there's a secondary reason behind that, which relates, and that is the fact that CLG just isn't a great team. And I don't mean that in a super negative way. They have really good CSGO players. They have a really good setup, a really good lineup of 5 players, but as a team, they don't play well together. And CLG's kind of always been this way, I feel like. They've always had some really good players on their team, but they've never been a really good team overall. Because of this, they don't win much of any tournaments, and therefore don't bring much money to the organization, hence the organization getting rid of them. Now, the reason I think this comes as a shock to many is because even though they aren't a great team, they have been playing well in the scheme of NA CSGO. You wouldn't expect CLG to be the next NA team to close their doors. If anything, you'd expect this announcement to come from a team like Splice, Complexity, or Rogue, but not CLG. However, some few important notes are made in this article. One of the most important is that they are looking for new teams for their current roster. That roster being FNS, Kusta, Cutler, Ethan, and Ricky. Almost forgot about him. As I said, there are some really good players on CLG. The ones that come to mind, for me at least, are FNS and Ethan. Those two are insane. Obviously, Ricky, Kusta, and Cutler are good as well, but FNS and Ethan, no matter what team they go to, will most likely improve it in the NA scene. Now the question becomes, where do those players go? What teams are looking to buy in to these 5 now free agent CSGO players? And for that, I'm going to give my opinion. You can disagree with me in the comments, but I think I have a good starting point, followed by some rough estimates of what I think is going to happen. To start, Optic, C9, and Liquid, the top tier NA teams right now, aren't going to buy into these players. They have a good team already. They all are standing very pretty in the NA scene, and they don't need to change their rosters. However, when you start to trickle down the NA ladder, there are some teams that have been struggling and going through a lot of roster changes and maybe even considering to go through some more now that these players are open. My thoughts initially jump to a team like Complexity, who have been struggling a lot lately, and they could definitely benefit from a new player because it's been rough watching their current squad try to compete. A small part of me thinks Renegades might look into these players, especially because I think it was Ricky who played for them prior. However, I also have a little bit of doubt putting Renegades on this list of potential buyers because their current squad's been playing very well, and I don't know if they're willing to mix that up again. Splice could definitely be a potential CSGO team to pick up new players. They've been struggling, but they seem to have a nice organization, and they seem to want to improve their CSGO team rather than let it fall off into the void like CLG. And the last team I could see being a probable option here is, obviously Rogue, but I don't know to what extent. Rogue's a new team. Do they want to already make a roster change? It's just tricky. So those are the majority of my guesses. I would have said Misfits, but Misfits seems to have a really nice, strong, bonded team right now, and I don't think they're going to mess anything up with their roster. Overall, these next few weeks are going to be very interesting to see who goes where, what teams upgrade, what teams potentially downgrade and or mix up their squad. And it's a darn shame to see the close of CLG, but hopefully it's for the best. I would assume it's for the best if this is the decision that their team owner is making. And I guess we'll just have to wait and see for the future what happens in the NA scene of Counter-Strike. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a subscribe. I would appreciate it. I do these news-styled videos every once in a while, every couple weeks or so. And I like to keep you all informed on what's going on. Once again, if you want to read this article for yourself, it'll be down in the description. And until next time, have a nice day. I will try to as well. And peace.